Active transportation is really just a phrase for expanding the mobility options that we currently have.
Active transportation is prioritizing the movement of people, the most vulnerable road users, above all other modes, particularly in the urban environment.
From my perspective, it's when you are working, whether it's riding a bike or it's walking. We really turned into a car-centric culture. And it really wasn't that way before World War II because the development patterns were much more compact. But then came the rise of suburbia, different types of development patterns. And as such, what we grew into was an auto-dominated landscape. That comes with some inherent drawbacks. From a system redundancy standpoint, it's a terrible idea to put all your eggs in one basket. But the other thing is we just don't really have choices.
Our work is really to humanize the right-of-way and provide dignity in active transportation, whether that be biking or walking. And transit is a component of pedestrian and biking facilities. They all three work together. So we have to design inclusively.
We talk about developing a system for universal accessibility, seamless multimodal access. We're all pedestrians. Even if we drive cars, from the minute we park the car and get out of the car, we're pedestrians to our destination. So really, we want to create that walkable environment that makes those transitions easy.
There's lots of study over and over and over again that investment in active transportation is a boon to local retail. Bicycle lanes and sidewalks, you think about it, people are moving at 15 miles an hour on a bicycle, maybe max slower than that. And when you create pedestrian and bike facilities, those people who are biking and walking are more apt to stop and visit and spend money in local retail.
I tell people you can always sort of gauge the health of a street by if it's a place that people want to hang out. Think about the streets that we've reworked in Raleigh, like Fayetteville Street and Hillsborough Street. They're really, really enjoyable environments. And you see, as such, a lot of people there. The environment of the street blends very well to making it walkable and making it enjoyable. And when you couple that with the health benefit of walking and the happiness benefit of being somewhere that you want to be and you enjoy being, it's got a lot of pros associated with it.
This is a particularly good time to be an advocate for greenways and rails to trails projects. I think there are more opportunities now than I've seen during the 20 or 30 years that I've worked on transportation policy. One of the hottest areas of advocacy that I deal with right now is around a whole set of trails. And it's all been local people who like to bike or hike or whatever, who have gotten together and put some pressure on the county commission to come up with a trails plan. And then once they got the plan, start pushing them to fund it.
We've been really fortunate in Nashville to form a partnership with AARP and the Blue Ridge Bicycle Club to create a brand called the Street Tweets. We do tactical urbanism projects, and there's a lot that can be done through partnership to transform the right-of-way just by using the footprint that's there from curb to curb.
If you think about it from a purely economic standpoint, cars are expensive. Both the act of buying a car, maintaining a car, and then the infrastructure that goes around cars.
I said, I'm going to sell my car, and I want to see if I can ride for a year. I saved about $10,000 that year, just in not having a car payment, not having insurance, not having fuel. Streets,
sidewalks, both in the construction of it and in the annual maintenance of it. And then you've got the parking. You've got to maintain the parking. You've got the stormwater runoff that comes from the parking. If you can build environments that are less dependent upon cars, you're saving everybody money.
we are really big into the idea of social capital, of getting a lot of people together carrying the same message and diversifying that message. It's really important to have lots of tentacles out in the community and pull in unlikely partners.
What you need to do is try to figure out an organization or two or three that are following this. You don't have to follow it.
We work with the school system, Brewery Alliance, the local business community, AARP. All of our cities have lots of needs with active transportation. So we have a real opportunity with a tactical urbanism, a quick build approach to transform our cities, reintroduce dignity in active transportation for pedestrians and cyclists.
This is an area where citizens can make a difference.